Okay, so today we're going to talk about fun sprint intervals. So my last video I talked about warming up for sprints. Intervals, by what I mean by intervals, is a short, intense, all out, followed by some recovery period. And you just keep doing that, until you're done. I'll talk about that. But yeah, sprint intervals, you just sprint and then, recover by walking back to the start, sprinting between 2 points and then coming back. So why are you doing this? Sprints, best bang for your buck. I can't think of a better exercise that gets your whole body, every muscle, every system, your bones, cardiovascular, hormonal, everything is benefits from sprints. You can do it real quick. My sprint workouts last like 10-15 minutes. Awesome. And it has an effect where you're actually burning calories all day long. So great exercise. Everybody should do it. Everybody can do it as long as you can run. So 3 things you want to do with your form in order to sprint in a way that is beneficial. Smooth, so you're moving smooth. Obviously you can go crazy with the form and the cues, but your first cue for when you're running is your feet. You're not landing like you're jogging. So it's not this, it's not heel to toe. It's more on the ball of your foot. Like when you're hopping, you're trying to you land with the ball of the foot first, and then your heel might touch, but that's not the point. You're not heel toe like when you're walking or you're jogging. It's you're on the ball of your foot, so you're light on your foot. Like that. And then you're trying to keep your head over your toe. So you're not trying to, not like that. It's more of a and as you're going, you're efficient. You'll be more smooth as compared to your energy going from side to side. It keeps your energy going forwards. And then the next little cue that helps is with the hands. You're not crossing your center line. You're keeping them like this. Something you can do to help with that is pull your pockets out, and you're just hitting your pockets. Okay? So you're right? Pretty simple. Those 3 things. Balls of your feet, not your tiptoes, the balls of your feet. Just like when you're hopping up and down. Like you're hopping on one foot, your heel is very close to the ground. Same thing. That's where you're, and then your head over your toes, which in order to stay balanced, you do naturally. So, but I don't know, your current running form may not be that. So, and then the hands in the pockets. You're not going like this, because then you're losing energy in rotation. Here, you're going forward, timing it with the legs. Sprinting is a lot about rhythm too. Coordinating arms and legs, getting everything going. So when you start, when you're going, so after your warm up, which is basically you're slowly kind of building the sprints anyways with the warm up I do, where you walk out, then you walk backwards, do a couple of little maybe stretches just to loosen up a little bit, and then you're building up slowly. You're doing this, during that, you're doing your feet, your head, and your hands. When it comes time to like start really getting like when you're fully warmed up, you're ready to go, and you're going full speed, what you don't want to do, because this isn't a race, you're just doing this to get more fit and to age gracefully, is you take off a couple of steps, you build up to full speed. You don't come out of the blocks like a race, and that's when injuries can happen. I've tweaked myself a couple times when I was first learning all this, thinking, oh, it's a race, or I was racing, unprepared, unwarmed up, I wasn't in shape. That's when I would, hurt myself. Now, first, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps, and then just build into it instead of just coming right out of the blocks. And then same thing with stopping. Come to your, however far point you set out, run through that point, and then gradually slow down. Don't try to stop on a dime and then, turn around, because then it just increases the risk of injury unnecessarily. Serves no real purpose to stop like that, or even to start out of the blocks like that, because we're not trying to be world-class sprinters here. We're just trying to stay in shape and age well. And then so in between, so you sprint out, you slow down gradually, walking backwards, which I talked about in the warm-up video. So good. And it's because when you think about your sprinting, right, you're like this. You're shortening your hip flexor, your lower hamstring, and your calf muscle. Now, when you walk backwards, right, watch this. When I take a step backwards, this is longer, and my calf is longer. Okay? It's a way of dynamically stretching, gently, dynamically stretching in between each round of, sprints. I've found that it keeps me loose, reduces any soreness afterwards. I don't need to cool down as much because I'm balanced. If I sprint, and then walk forwards, I'm shortening all those same muscles. I find that I get sore and my muscles fatigue quicker, and I feel tighter after. Whereas here, I stay looser. So then, you're doing that, sprint out, coming back. I basically go, and this still depends on what you want to do, what kind of person you are, I guess. But for me, I don't see the point in like trying to kill myself. Once again, just doing this to age well. Not trying to be the fastest man in the world. So I go, as you're warming up, as you're getting into it, you're going. You'll hit a point where it's like, okay, I'm all out, I'm all warmed up, all cylinders are firing. It's my 5th gear, and I'm running as fast as I can. I'll probably get maybe 3 or 4 rounds where I'm in that place. But then the fatigue starts to set in. I call it sloppy land because I start to get sloppy. The rhythm of my feet starts to hit weird. It gets a little off. Side to side, or my arms. Any asymmetries in my muscles, my strength starts to come out, and the timing is a little bit off. It's not as smooth. Doesn't feel as smooth. It's more feels like more of an exertion. Whereas when you're running at top speed and you're really in that place, it's fun. You feel the wind, and it's like you're just going, which is one of the reasons I love to do it. It's like, when you're a child and you just run and you just take off and you're carefree and it feels great. That starts to go away. I start to feel like, okay, I'm not hitting that fifth gear. Things are a little bit sloppy, my rhythm's a little off, So then I might do another 2 or 3, and then it gets a little, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. There's no reason to push this. I'm not going for that, intensity. I like the intensity, but also you get all the benefits before that. But in terms of trying to kill myself, no pain, no gain, I feel like getting sloppy like that, that's when I'm more likely to injure myself because I'm not as in control. So that's the point. You're going, balls of the feet, head over the toes, hands, pockets, and then start gradually up to full speed. Then at the end, slow down gradually, walking backwards, and I stop when it starts to feel off, when I'm not hitting that fifth gear. It's not a competition, sprints, for fitness and for like long-term longevity, long-term functionality. It's not a competition, but I think of it as like the only way to lose is to get injured. You win by staying injury-free and just being able to do it, and enjoy all of that, the benefits of that. So yeah, aging well. This can help. Takes maybe including warm-up, 10-15 minutes, and get all the benefits to all your systems, muscles, bones, connective tissues, ligaments, tendons, cardiovascular. It's great for the heart, your veins and capillaries pumping the blood, that intensity. And I mean, you can get away with doing it once, twice a week if that's your only thing. And it works the whole body, gets everything going. I can't think of another exercise like it, where you get all of that in such a short period of time. So, yeah, enjoy some sprints. I think I covered everything, and I'll make another video talking about, what to do after, cool down type stretches type thing. Okay, take it easy.